decided to do a couple of mini flows for this time while we're stuck inside, and with today being the spring equinox, I thought we would just do an energizing flow to get everybody's brain in the right place and get some breath work going. So to begin today, let's step to the top of our mat. If you want to close your eyes, relax your shoulders down your back, palms facing forward. Take a full breath in through your nose, completely expand your chest. Let everything go through your mouth. One more time. You're going to open your eyes, feet together, inhale your arms overhead, palms together, fingers interlace, palms to the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, dive to your right. Pushing that left hip out, breathing into your left side body. Take a breath here. Inhale to center. Exhale, dive to your left, pushing that right hip out. Weight placed evenly in the feet. Take a breath here. Inhale back to center. Release the fingers. On your exhale, cactus the arms. Take a mini back bend here. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Palms together to the side. Take an inhale. Exhale, dive to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, dive to the left. Inhale to center. Release the fingers. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, drop the right arm back, left arm forward. Look out over those right fingertips. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, pushing those hips forward here. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale to forward fold. Go ahead and bend the knees here. If you want to separate the feet a little, grab opposite elbows. Just allow the upper body to hang heavy here, swaying side to side. Bend in the knees as much as feels good for you. The main goal here is to decompress the spine, so just allowing your upper body to fall heavy here. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and release the arms. Slowly roll up. Once you get there, inhaling arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead. Do a couple sun salutations. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to your plank. I'm going to show you the modified plank first. So taking the knees to the ground, and on your exhale, lowering halfway for chaturanga. Inhaling to cobra. So you're pushing your feet into the ground here, lifting up through the chest, and on your exhale, tuck the toes, shift your hips back, come into your down dog. Feel free to take that modification, or you can take the full variation as we go through that a couple more times. So take a full breath in your down dog, gripping your fingers into the mat, pushing back through your heels. And then step to the top of the mat, feet together, arms overhead, mountain. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, take your chaturanga with your knees down or the full plank. Inhaling to up dog or cobra. Exhaling to that down dog. Inhale, top of the mat, arms overhead, mountain. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga. Inhaling to up dog. Exhaling to your down dog. Inhale, top of the mat, arms overhead. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhaling to that down dog. When you get here, take a full breath. And then we're gonna inhale that right leg up. Bend the knee, open up the hip, keep the shoulders squared here. Take a breath. Straighten into the right leg. Exhale, bring it through. Stepping down, we're gonna come into our crescent or high lunge. So right knee over ankle, up on the left toes. Weight evenly placed in both legs. Take a full breath here. Then we're gonna airplane our arms back. Hinge forward at the hips, balancing on that right leg, supporting your weight, holding your chest up here, engaging the core and the thigh. Take a breath. And we're gonna lift forward, lift that back leg, come into our warrior three with airplane arms. Take a breath here. And slowly lower the right fingertips down, left arm high, flexing the left toes towards the face for your half moon. You can stay right here, or if you want to take a quad stretch, you can come into your sugar cane variation here, grabbing the top of the foot, pushing into the left hand, slowly lower it down, and then we're going to switch hands here. So engage your core, taking your left hand inside of your right foot, reaching the right arm up, twisting at the navel here. Take a breath for your revolved half moon. Slowly step that left foot back here. Left hand on the ground. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Now we're gonna rise up. Keeping those right fingertips back. And slowly reach the left arm up, right arm back. Both hands overhead here. And then we're gonna step to the top of our mat. Feet together, big toes together, heels apart. Exhale, sink down into your chair. Tuck the tailbone here. Take a breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Then take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, twisting at the navel here. Inhale to stand. Exhale, sink down into that chair, hands to heart. Taking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Make sure your knees stay in a line here. Sometimes they try to creep forward. So pull that right knee back if it's scooping forward here. You always have the option to keep your arms open here as well, if that's easier. Inhale, stand. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back. Take your variation or the full, lowering halfway. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Pedal it out here. And then we'll do our other side. So inhaling that left leg up. Bending the knee, opening the hip here. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, bring it through. Step for your crescent. Rise up. Take a breath here. On your exhale, shoot the arms back. Hover over that left thigh. Weight placed evenly in both legs, really engaging those muscles here. Then we're gonna rise up into our warrior three. Right foot flex towards the face. Strong core, strong legs. We'll open up into our half moon. So left fingertips to the ground, right arm high. Stay here, or take the sugar cane variation for the quad stretch. Grabbing the foot, pushing that right foot into the right hand. Then we're gonna come into our revolved half moon. So release the leg, take the right hand down, left arm up, engaging the core here. You can look up or look down at the ground to help with your balance. Slowly stepping that right foot back. We're gonna rise up and into our twisted crescent lunge. So taking that left arm back, right arm forward. You can look out over the front fingertips or the back, whatever you prefer. Drop that back arm down to your leg, reaching the right arm up. Come back to center. Step to the top of your mat. Exhaling your hands to heart center here. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, come into chair. Now we're gonna take our eagle legs. So let's start with our right, crossing the right over the left. Stay here, or if you wanna try to tuck the toes, you can. I have a hard time doing this when I talk. Then you're gonna cross the right arm under the left, and then again at the hands. Lifting the elbows up. Exhale, sink the shoulders down the back. Focus on twisting and your breath here. Inhale to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And then let's roll it up. We'll do it on the other side. Inhale, arms overhead. Come into that chair. This time we're gonna lift the left leg, cross it over the right, tuck the toes, crossing the left arm under the right, cross again, lifting the shoulders up, relaxing them down the back, twist, focus on your breath, strong core here. Inhale, up, arms overhead. Go straight to down dog or take your vinyasa. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step it back, lowering halfway. Inhaling to your up dog. Exhaling to your down dog. Pedal it out. Take a full breath here. And then walk your hands back to your toes here. And we're gonna take the legs wide. So take your feet as though you're going to do a wide leg forward fold. Engage your core here, lift up through your chest, take your hands to your hips. And what we're gonna do is hinge at the hips, shift your weight back towards your heels so that your chest is parallel to the ground here. You should feel a really nice stretch in the backs of your hamstrings. So we're gonna take a breath here. So you're supporting your weight using your core. You're stretching through your hamstrings here. So if you just wanna rock the weight back on the heels, maybe even lift the toes a little, take a couple breaths here. Then go ahead and release the right hand either directly in front of you and lift the left arm to the sky, or go ahead and reach all the way for that left ankle. You can look up towards the sky here, twisting at the navel. And then we'll take it to the other side. So left hand in front of the face, right arm to the sky, stay here, or reach for that right ankle just to deepen the twist a little bit. Take a couple breaths here. Then we're gonna lift it back up, parallel to the ground. Shift the hips back a little bit, really stretching into the backs of the legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Release your head. Really relax here. If you have handstand in your practice and you want to go ahead and take either a handstand, headstand variation here, please feel free to do so. If so, you can do whatever you want in that, whether you want to do eagle legs, splits. Otherwise, just allow your weight to fall heavy. Feel the blood flow, your spine decompress. If you are in a headstand or handstand or any kind of inversion, slowly go ahead and come out. If you're not, just slowly begin to rise up wherever you are, halfway. Heel toe the feet in about 2 times. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then we're gonna come into goddess squat. So go ahead and angle the toes out just a little bit. Inhaling the arms overhead, exhaling, sink the hips down. Pushing your hands together at heart center, engaging your chest, engaging your arms. Take a breath here. Then take your hands to your knees, twist to the left, opening the hips here, looking over that left shoulder. Inhaling back to center, exhaling, twist to the right. Look over that right shoulder. Inhale, straighten the legs, rise up. Now take your feet about hip distance apart. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, sink the hips down for your yogi squat. You might need to be up on your toes here. It really doesn't matter. It took me about a year to get my heels to the ground. So once you get there, push your elbows into your knees, opening up the hips. Take a couple breaths here. And then we're gonna sit down. And then you can go ahead and lay on your back. Sorry, I had dirt on my pants. I was like, what is that? Lay on your back, and we're gonna go ahead and take the right ankle to the left knee. You can stay right here if this feels good for you. Or you have the option to lift the left foot off of the ground, pulling that leg in closer to your chest. You can stay in stillness or rock side to side here if you prefer. Some people actually prefer to extend the left leg, wrap around the leg, and hug in that way. You can also do that as well. That's just a deeper pigeon here. So whatever pigeon variation you would like, feel free to take it here. Take a couple breaths. We'll release that right leg. Do that on the left side. So left ankle to right knee. Stay here. Bring it in closer to the chest. If you want to rock side to side, you can. Really focusing on your breath here, releasing tension. One more breath here. And go ahead and take your feet flat to the mat. Graze your fingertips on your heels. We're going to take a bridge pose. So you want to have the feet about hip distance apart. On your inhale, lifting the hips off the ground, not allowing the knees to splay out. Take a full breath here. Then interlace your fingers under your butt, rock onto the outsides of your arms, and lift up through the chest for a chest expansion. Take a full inhale. Exhale, release it down. Take the arms out wide. Scoot the hips to the right side of the mat. Cross the right leg over the left. Take an inhale. Exhale, allow the knees to fall to the left. Looking out over the right fingertips, keeping that right shoulder down. Really focus on your breath here. You'll get the most out of your pose by doing that. This is really good for digestion. It's good for detoxifying. One more breath. Inhale back to center, uncross the legs. Scoot the hips to the left side of the mat. Cross that left leg over the right. Take an inhale. Exhale, allow the knees to fall to the right. Look out over the left fingertips. Same thing here, really focusing on the breath. Inhale back to center, uncross. Feel free to take a reclined Shavasana here. Otherwise, if you want to come to a seated position with me, close your eyes, palms towards the sky. Take a full inhale through your nose. Let everything go through your mouth. Just take a couple of slow breaths here. As we enter into the spring season, just feel the weight of winter kind of wash off of you. Think about any expectations, goals you might have coming into this new season, where we have more light and sun. In spite of the craziness in the world, think about the little joys that we can hold on to each day. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me, and I hope that you come back.